history of the Beatles, Paul met me the first day I did Bebopaloola live on stage. And a mutual friend brought him to see my group called the Quarrymen. And we met and we talked after the show. And I saw he had talent and he was playing guitar backstage and doing 20 Flight Rock by Eddie Cochran. And I turned around to him right then on first meeting and said, "Do you want to join the group?" And I think he said yes the next day, as I recall it. Now, George came through Paul and Ringo came through George. But the person I actually picked as my partner, who I recognized had talent and I could get on with, was Paul. Paul and I developed in public, as it were. We had a little rehearsal in private, but mainly we developed our abilities in public. Paul and I turned out a lot of songs those days.
Sweet Loretta Martin thought she was a woman, but she was another man. All the girls around her say she's got it coming, but she gets it while she can. Oh, get back, get back, get back to where you once belonged. Get back, get back, get back.
My role in society, or any artist or poet's role, is to try and express what we all feel, not to tell people how to feel, not as a preacher, not as a leader, but as a reflection of us all. That's the job of the artist. They're not some alienated being living on the outskirts of town. It's fine to live on the outskirts of town, but artists must reflect what we all are. That's what it's about, artists, or poets, or whatever you want to call it. I always felt that the best songs were ones that came to you. I do have the ability to, if you ask me to write a song for a movie or something, and they say it's about this, I can sit down and sort of make a song. I wouldn't be thrilled with it, but I can make a song like that. But I find it difficult to do that, but I can do it. I call it craftsmanship. I've had enough years at it to sort of put something together, but I never enjoyed that. I like it to be inspirational from the spirit. We got together and boom, it was like an explosion. But there was also the Beatles thing about us getting together and whether they split because of us or not, or whatever the reason, all that stuff. The Beatles were splitting, the Beatles were arguing, John and Yoko was getting together, the anti-Vietnam crusades were going on all over, and we were involved in so many things, and we were putting out so much work, and we were making movies, making public appearances, performing at shows and traveling the world and doing all that. There was no time to reflect. There was only time to put out immediate impressions of what was happening.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. No, I won't be afraid.
after 10 or 15, almost 20 years of being under contract and having to produce 2 albums a year in the early days and a single every 3 months, regardless of what the hell else you were doing, or what your family life was like, what your personal life was like, nothing counted. You just had to get those songs up. But then it got to be format and sort of not the pleasure that it was. And that's when I felt that I'd lost myself. Not that I was on purposely being a hypocrite or a phony, but it took something away from what I set out to do. I started out to do rock and roll because I absolutely liked doing it. The woman song is to Yoko, but it's to all women. I mean, they are the other half of the sky, and without them there is nothing. Without us, there's nothing. There's only the two together. You know, women are this and men are that. We're all human, man. We're all human. And that's what I'm trying to express on behalf of all the men to all the women.
Woman, I can hardly express my mixed emotions at my thoughtlessness. After all, I'm forever in your debt. And woman, I will try to. Our life together is so precious.
I always consider my work one piece, whether it be with Beatles, David Bowie, Elton John, Yoko Ono, and I consider that my work won't be finished until I'm dead and buried, and I hope that's a long, long time.
Although our love is still special, let's take a chance and fly away somewhere.